Last episode was with one musician, this episode is with three. Hey everyone, welcome to the 17th episode of season 3 of Perception 101. Having Sanjit, Arham, and Suhasini has given me the opportunity to put out a different perspective of a musician's life, their backstory, and their struggles. These people have made me understand how a journey of becoming successful in something that you are passionate about can change you and help you learn and grow in so many ways. And I am sure if you listen till the end, you will too. So, hi people, thank you so much for doing this episode with me. Thank you so much, Arham, Sanjit, and Suhasini, for doing this episode. I was looking forward to this episode for a long, long time, and finally, I have the chance to actually record with you people and have the chance to understand your journey, your experiences, and what have you faced during the whole time, especially during the pandemic. So, thank you so much for doing this episode.
Hi Samarth. Hi, thanks for inviting first of all. So I'm Arham Fulfagar. I'm a singer-songwriter. Born and brought up in Guwahati. I'm based out of here right now, but I keep moving. And yeah, I've been working on my debut EP right now. But I do have like some songs out. I have 5 songs out that I started releasing in 2020. And yeah, I'm really excited about the EP that's coming because these are the songs mostly that I wrote during the lockdown, and this is a Hindi EP, all Hindi songs, and about 4 to 5 songs, and like one of the songs almost complete, and I'm really excited. Yeah.
Hi everyone, my name is Sanjit Dabiwal. I am based out of Guwahati. I don't think so. I have any cool stories, backstories. Okay, I do. I don't really have any cool backstories, but yeah, I'm a part of a band called Vinyl and Scale. We are based out of Bangalore, and we are into the alt rock genre. And I've been doing music, I guess, since I was 10 or 11. So yeah, that's about me as of now.
Hi everyone. I'm Suhasini and I'm a pop singer-songwriter. And I've been performing since about 4 years now, and it's been a beautiful journey. And yes, I'm really excited to be here with Samarth and all you guys.
And I'm really intrigued here because this question is something that I really want to know from all of you. Why music? Why being a singer as or a vocalist, Sanjeev? What is music for you, and why do you think you actually associate it with music?
Honestly, I was 14 and Hannah Montana was on. And yeah, that's how I started. Honestly, I've always been into music. I was never the kind of girl who talked a lot. So I always used to find kind of like a solace in writing and singing, and so I guess that's how it developed.
I think I started with music because it came out from within. I didn't really have anything that pushed me in the beginning, but it was everything that came out from myself, and I had inspirations. I found a lot of inspiration in a lot of artists, and I think that's what brought me here. And I used to sing as a child. I was a bathroom singer, terrible one, and so that's what my mother put me to a singing class, and then I started learning vocals. I never took up any classes seriously. I had vocal classes, I had keyboard classes, but I never took any of them seriously. And I also, at present, I am doing guitars. I'm taking up guitar classes. I'm not taking that seriously as well. Uh, if my guitar teacher sees this, he'll kill me. Anyways, so yeah, I think that was it. I think as a kid, I used to love music a lot, and I listened to a lot of pop, Indian pop, and the other genres. So yeah, that's how it began for me.
Bro, I think I remember as far as I can go, I always used to sing. You were in school with me, and I remember, holding a bottle like it's alcohol and singing Gulabi Aake. And bro, I've always loved singing. Writing, I remember class 7 May I had this cringe poetry ka book. I used to write poetry, ekdam phaltu sa. But anyway, I liked writing. And but that was not for long. But the real writing, the stuff that I write right now, us level pe, I think I started towards the end of third year of my college. like there was a lot going on because see, that's the thing, music, because I can't do anything else, and I started realizing that towards the end of third year. I'm doing BBA marketing. I like marketing, but it's college khatam ho rahe and I start realizing कि I don't know what I'll do because I don't think I can do anything else, and music है, music में क्या करूँ, कैसे करूँ, ये वो, too much, and you know, anxieties and breakup or जो भी, like so many things started happening. I started writing, and धीरे धीरे the writing turned into songwriting, and that's how I actually started writing. And 2019 was the year जब I started actually after college. जब 2019 में I graduated, उसके बाद I started really working on whatever I was, जो भी scratches थे, and yeah man, उसके बाद 2020 में I started releasing them सबसे. Now I can't look back.
It's really amazing to see how people have different background stories when it comes to music, when it comes to dancing, when it comes to being a motivational speaker. It can be anything, and having to listen to all of your background stories here, चाहे छोटा ही क्यों ना हो, चाहे बड़ा ही क्यों ना हो, but it's really interesting because काफी लोग इससे जब associate करेंगे, as Suhasini said कि Hannah Montana, like we used to watch it all the time, and उससे associate होना, I could be that person but I wasn't, you were, and you have released so many songs, and it's amazing to see how single bit, like छोटे से छोटे चीज कितने अच्छे से आपको inspire कर सकती है, and it's really amazing. And Arham, I have seen you singing in school, I have seen you singing in our meetups, in our parties, wherever it was possible. We have seen you how passionate you were when it comes to singing. And हाँ, चलो कोई बात नहीं, after hitting a few shots it was something else altogether, but still you used to do you, and it was amazing. Sanjit, I have known you for quite some time, and I have actually heard your songs as well, and it was like I was like, ऐसे भी कोई अलग तरीका का song निकल सकता है क्या? It was something like that, and I never thought of you as a person who would go into a band, and I never saw you that way. But when you released your first song, and when I could see you perform, through different stories of my friends, I couldn't be there in Bangalore, but I was really happy to see that so many people around me whom I know are doing such beautiful and amazing things that they actually get inspired from, or people can actually get inspired from. So I'm really happy to have you guys here, and it's amazing to hear your stories and how everything started for you guys. So, this journey of music is not that easy for people. People ask you a lot of questions. People actually think, it can't be done by you. People always question you. कहीं पे अगर आपका सुर खराब हो गया तो वहाँ आपके लिए question हो जाता है. कहीं पे अगर आप strumming कर रहे हो, गिटार में problem हो गया तो वहाँ question हो जाता है कि इसको तो कुछ आता नहीं है, कैसे कर लेगा. And some people are always, objected directly by कि डायरेक्टली उनको ये बोला जाता है कि हाँ, पढ़ाई पहले कर लो, बाकी सब बाद में देखा जाएगा, पढ़ाई इज इम्पोर्टेंट, एवरीथिंग बाद में, म्यूजिक इज नॉट फॉर अस, ये वो. एटलीस्ट फ्रॉम द सोसाइटी आई हैव बीन इन, I have Arham and Sanjit also, I think might resonate with this. Suhasini, I don't know you personally, but we have seen this in our society a lot of times, that people actually in our family, around us, they don't actually think कि कोई भी music industry में घुस सकेगा. Since we are from a small city, we have had that mentality. So I would really like to know from you people, what kind of prejudices have you guys faced? As people in our society are still not that open to accept music as a career, music as a profession.
Bro, the thing for me is, like, luckily my parents are very like, they've always wanted me to do something in music, but then I have other relatives and other, like, close relatives, very close relatives, who always keep on, they expect that पापा का बिजनेस है तो बिजनेस में भी तो जाना है, एंड कॉलेज है, पैसा भी तो कमाना है, एंड इट्स ऑलवेज देयर. एंड like, I am so damn grateful कि I don't have to hear these stuff from my parents, at least. And at times when I'm sad, so मतलब they'll ask me, and like I actually tell them कि ऐसा हुआ था, ऐसा कुछ हुआ था, and he's like, कोई तुम चिल मत करो ना, तुम चिल करो, मैं ना, like, so that's the best thing. But even then, bro, sometimes like it's so much crying, it's like कुछ करना भी है, and it's not like like bro, relatives hai, so they're also concerned about you, and I understand कि they're also मतलब they want कि कुछ करे and all, but so it's like a lot of pressure, and mainly वही है यार, it gets very anxious. I get very anxious with that.
Yeah, I completely get it. Arham has like a similar situation to mine. Matlab, my parents have always been very supportive. My mom has always been like, even in school, she was like, focus on studies. And my dad was always like, it's okay. 12th fail ho jata hai, koi baat nahi. Music ban raha hai na. And it's just, it was crazy. Okay, so I had like this two sides to a coin. And relatives are like, you know, when it's a girl and you tell them ki she's into music, then the first thing they imagine is ki, you know, where will she go and sing? In clubs? And that is the first thing that goes in their head probably. So they've never said it to me directly, but you get it when they sense, like, you know, you get the sense. But yeah, my dad never stopped me, and I also did gigs. You know, all artists start that way, you know, cafes mein gigs karna and everything. But yeah, the main motive was that, main goal was that I should be financially independent through music, and I should keep doing it no matter what. And I think both of them are like ticked right now in my thing, so I'm very happy about that. But you also mentioned this thing, कि सुर इधर उधर हो जाता है तो लोग क्या कहेंगे, right? So I remember this relative coming from USA, okay, and he tells me, he says कि, do you know this song? Very old song, something Shania something. So Shania, okay, there's this beautiful big old singer Shania, and he said कि तुम्हें song आता है, and I was like, I think so, and I tried to remember it and I tried to sing it. And then he said, don't you practice? And I was like, oh my god, there are like 5 million songs in this on this fucking planet, and you're telling me, don't you practice? But when you just say one song out of nowhere, and I was just like, I just started laughing. I said, you know, yeah, probably not. And that is what happens. They expect you to know everything, even when you're doing gigs. They expect you to know every song. People I'm singing like when I used to gig, I used to sing mainly English songs, and I used to get 5 napkins of Pandarang, and I would be like, what is this?
I think Arham has already put out something that I can relate to very well. So has Suhasini. In my case, I think Prejudices came to a very later stage because I was performing with my band in college, so no one really cared that much. Like, you know, it was just college and then it was just a band. So my parents never bothered about it, and I was having a great time. In fact, the band even didn't knew that, you know, we are going to take it up seriously even after college. I did face Prejudices after, you know, it became official that in fact we released our first single. That was back in 2019. I think that's where the Prejudices started coming slowly. It wasn't in form of a direct attack from anyone particular, but, you know, there were, you know, notions about me taking it up seriously, and then there were questions from my family. Are you really planning to take it up seriously? Because that's not how you're going to survive. And there were questions on my survival. Like, literally, I had a placement in my hand. I was placed at a company, and people were still asking me if I'm going to survive. I'm like, let me at least join the company. Let me get through the job at least. Yeah, that's pretty much how it was for me. Even now, I think there are some attacks directly or indirectly, but that's part of it. I think we all can relate, and we have to go to.
I still haven't started, you know, earning from music, so it's always there. People don't understand that it's a journey. It's not like if you're doing singing, तो अभी तुम कमा क्यों नहीं रहे शादी वादी में जाके लाख 2 लाख. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because they don't understand it's a process. I'm trying to do things. I'm trying to put my own songs out, and it's not like all of them don't understand, but people still think कि अगर तुमको singing में जाना है और इसमें नहीं करना है ठीक है, but तुम कमा कैसे नहीं रहे, मतलब वो they don't obviously won't say it directly, but वो चीज रहता है कि मतलब why aren't you getting like big gigs and earning as out? So that's there.
So in fact, I know that Arham has started a fundraiser for his EP, and we all can understand, like, it's not easy at this point. You just can't run back to your family for financial help every time, and you have to take it up to yourself from your friends or whoever. Like, take up a job, like Suhasini is teaching, and it is a financial crunch. And I think mostly in the community we belong to, it's more about financial prejudices.
Yeah. And like even if my parents are not like, they won't support me, but it's just my guilt. It's like me also. Like अब कितना लेते रहे, so I have to try to do things my way. So that's all. But again, the thing is, as I said, I can't do anything else. I tried doing jobs and stuff, but I can't. I have to like figure something out musically, but I'm trying. So let's see.
It's like there is a unspoken pressure when it comes to these kinds of things when we face, something which is unorthodox and unconventional for the society, but it's just like कि हम लोग को करना है because we understand this thing better. Like I like talking to people, I like knowing their journeys, I like sharing it with people. So ये चीज जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, somewhere my parents also understood कि हाँ he's liking it, he's having this thing जहाँ पे 2 घंटा रिकॉर्ड करता है, ये करता है, वो करता है, but he's enjoying it, he's in a good mood after that, so yeah, he's enjoying it. So people don't understand that easily. उनको सक्सेस डायरेक्ट चाहिए, या तो डिग्री चाहिए, या तो पैसा कमाना आना चाहिए, and it should be like that for them. So it's ये बस एक सिंपल सा लॉजिक है जो people have to understand. जैसे अरहम ने कहा, it's a journey. You have to have that journey. उसके बाद ही आप सीखते हो, आप खुद को संभाल पाते हो, और अगर आप डायरेक्टली इंडिपेंडेंट हो गए ना, तो शायद आप सब कुछ एक बार में नहीं सीखोगे. सबका अपना एक तरीका का जर्नी होता है. तो it's like coming from you people. If people will understand and listen to this, there is going to be one impact. कहीं ना कहीं people will understand कि हाँ जो ये कर रहा है वो इसके लिए passionate है, and they will understand कि हाँ ये जो कर रहा है इसमें he has the choice of leaving it if he wants to, and he has the capability of doing well because he is so passionate about it. So I would really like to know, what is one thing we normal people do not understand about the music or the music industry? Like as me, समझ लो, I am a nomad about this situation, this music industry, that I'm talking to you people. I don't know the background of it, how things are created, producing, whatever it is. तो आप लोग के हिसाब से ऐसा क्या चीज है जो normal people नहीं समझते हैं about the music or music industry?
What you don't understand is that there is a lot of mental pressure on us, because we're freelancing. We're trying to do something that is unstable as like as a job. It's unstable. It's not even a job, and there's a lot of, we're trying to create new things, we're trying to create music, we're constantly getting like, Spotify gets like thousands or whatever, hundreds and thousands of releases every day, and you're trying to compete in an environment like that. So there's a lot of mental pressure when it comes to an artist, because you're constantly thinking, ab kya banaye, ya fir is it good enough? The worst thing ever is when you doubt your own songs. Is it good enough? Is it good enough? And that's what people don't understand. That when we tell you to share our music, we don't even tell you to share our music. We tell you to listen to our music. Because we are not supported by any labels. We're not financially, supported by any marketing company or PR company or anything like that. So it gets really hard for us to get that music to our audience. So I think that's something that people don't understand. That it takes a lot of mehnat to make a 3-minute song, but we just don't want to keep it for those 3 minutes. We want it to be distributed for 3 minutes everywhere. So that's one of the things. It's hard to get your audience to listen to your music.
Thank you for saying that. It is true.
I think Suhasini has put it out really well. It's definitely a very big mental pressure like she said, it's a very competitive environment, and you just have to, try and do new every day. Try to create something that reaches out to people and stands out alone. So I think that's not easy, and that's something that people don't really understand. Considering a situation from where I come, like a band, for bands too, it's not very easy because bands are very subjected to a particular type of music. And when we try to experiment, or if we try to do something new, it's not something that a lot of people get it. So for us, creating something new like that is really tough. Apart from the mental pressure, I also think that the songwriting process, or how you write your music, how you compose it, and even produce it, record it, everything related from the beginning to the end is something I don't think a lot of people get it. I had friends who just come up to me and they tell me, so how do you guys do it? Like how just do you go to the studio and record it? And I have to sit down with them and I have to tell them a story that starts and this is how you start. There's a pre-production process. Then you meet your producer, and it's not like you can just randomly walk into a studio. You have to go there, budget out yourself, show them your work, and they really have to be impressed to even sit and do your work, because there are thousands of people who are trying to come up with something, and producers are getting very choosy about who they want to work with. So that's a very big challenge, and yeah, that's like one of the big process I don't think a lot of people try to understand.
Plus, when you're an indie artist, right, then you're your own singer, you're your own songwriter, and you're your own you make your own vocal melodies, you're your own PR company, you're your own artist manager, you're your own marketer, advertising, everything. Oh my god, you're like a full brand working on your
handle
own.
Your social media.
Exactly.
Handle people, and I think, and even go like beg for gigs. It's not like people come for you to gig. You have to go and beg for gigs, like beg for a launch gig. Like I have a work coming out, I need to launch it, please give me a venue. So those things are really tough. And considering our band comes from Bangalore, and I don't know if you guys are aware, but Bangalore music scene has been dead now for almost 2 to 3 years. The scene has been really. I think Arham was in Bangalore, so he would understand.
I think the bands are going down, and the hip hop music is coming up these days.
Yeah, exactly. And the local people in Bangalore, they don't support the indie scene a lot, so that's a very big disadvantage. So yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, too many job roles, man. Like social media manager, everything it's us. Everything is one person, and also people don't know. I mean, I myself, I'm like a self-depreciating guy. I'm like, I don't do it, I'm free all day, but like there's no single minute even right now when I'm not thinking about what I'm gonna make, any content ideas for Instagram, how to grow, and I have to keep doing that because that's how stuff comes. Like I'm sleeping, I'm trying to sleep at 3 a.m. and suddenly I have this idea and I just can't let it go. I have to get up and I have to record it, and it's always like it's very uncertain. Kabhi you'll get an idea and you have to start working on it. You have to record it. You have to make sure it stays in a flow.
But I think that's the best part, that you get inspiration anywhere and you're like, okay, I have to find a piano nearby.
Yeah, I mean it's exciting, it's fun, but that's fun for me. I see it. People see me just staying there and not doing anything. That's what I'm saying. People don't see.
That's one of the prejudices.
Yeah. People don't see that.
You can't just randomly sit and expect. Even if you're getting inspiration, people won't understand that. Even if you have thoughts in your mind, that's not something people get it through.
It's I don't know what to say, because people don't generally get the backstory. As we are talking about the backstory, क्या होता है क्या नहीं होता है किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है, सबको एंड रिजल्ट चाहिए, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला था. So
उनको लास्ट वीक सितंबर गॉट ओवर ऐसे दिख जाएगा, बट कहाँ से आया क्या हुआ कैसे आया
वो वीडियो.
You know what happens? It's like people, I'm not generalizing, but some people think that artists break through. एक दिन में प्रतीक कौर बन गया, या एक दिन में Billie Eilish बन गई. What they don't know is Billie Eilish has been working for the past 6 years, and doing different things and focusing on her music, submitting demos and trying to get publishing deals and making more music. And then she got so many, so many awards. So it's all, it's वो back story, क्योंकि हमारा back story है ना, अभी हमारा back story चल रहा है, right?
Exactly.
And when we break through, people will be like, oh, overnight success. Dude, no. It took singing classes. It took guitar classes. It took gigs. It took, performing intimate gigs. And everything. It took everything out of us.
Sleepless nights.
And sleepless nights like this, where we are sitting here.
Self-doubt.
So many moments of self-doubt.
No, I seriously have to say this out loud right now for this episode as well. But जैसे अरहम ने कहा कि creating that particular idea for that certain reel for 30 seconds out of the blue and just launching it out, वो मेहनत का फल कुछ और ही होता है. And वो मेहनत जो लगता है ना, that is something else. Same goes for Suhasini, coming up with different ideas for different songs already produced, उनका music लेके and pitching it in a whole different level. It's that talent, that वो जो motivation, वो talent, वो भी एक तरीका का चीज है जो people don't understand. Even for Sanjit, sitting with your band, coming out with certain music कि ये गाना के साथ कौन सा जाएगा, who will be better, कौन सा like कौन सी guitar, like the drum beat should be like this or like that, कैसे vocal होना है, क्या होना है, everything. All of you, like कितने सारे efforts डलते हैं आप लोग से, and people actually don't get it because उनको obviously directly final result चाहिए, work in progress किसी को समझ में नहीं. So उसके लिए कोई
That's with every part of the industry. I think that's with filmmaking as well. You see one film and if you and when you say कि यार कुछ अच्छी नहीं लगी, but do you know 6 महीने लगे वो film बनाने में.
But the biggest thing is that people समझ में ही नहीं आता, even though they know कि हाँ वो मेहनत लगता है. सबको ये पता है कि वो मेहनत लगेगा तभी वो जाके वहाँ पहुंचा है, वो ऐसे नहीं पहुंचा है. We are not star kids or something कि हाँ directly हमें एक बार में मौका मिल गया. We are not that. But हम लोग का खुद का मेहनत है. People already know that these people are actually giving their tireless efforts, but still उनके माथा में यही है हो गया है, हो जाएगा.
I think it's because वो ideology है कि especially India में कि we have this 9 to 5 job. So those people who are going to a 9 to 5 job are consistently doing the same, their jobs over and over, and every day they're going. So consistency उनको दिखता है. So they say, oh, job से वापस आए हैं, थक गए होंगे, because obviously, and that's like remarkable that people are working so hard. But ये वाला चीज, it's more like a mental thing, making songs, making melodies. So it can't be calculated. Mathematically, it cannot be calculated. It cannot be put into 9 to 5. So I think that's where people lack the understanding, but they don't know how to appreciate it. I think they know that we're working, but it takes a little time to understand.
Yeah. So as indie music, has been something that has seen its popularity in the last 4-5 years. It has increased. A lot of indie artists have come out, bands have come out. So what do you think? Is it, it's like, do you think this is a revolution that has come achanak say in India, where people are actually being independent and coming out as independent artists, independent bands? What do you think? Has this is the moment where it actually changes everything? What preference or what perspective do you guys have?
I was just saying 4-5 years. According to my, what I think is जैसे ही प्रतीक को हटा कोल्ड में आया था, उसके बाद ही मेरे लिए तो it was like हाँ विंडी सिंह start हो रहा है. So that was it's not a long time ago, and especially ज़्यादा तो during this lockdown, the first lockdown actually, जब all the people started connecting, राघव का live हो या सान का live हो, people started seeing other musicians actually, तब तक उतने वो connected थे नहीं. तो वो connections जब होने लगे, friends बनने लगे. In fact, 2019 में भी, even before lockdown, जब I met Suhasini, all the artists, वो ही टाइम था आई थिंक अकॉर्डिंग टू मी. बट उसके पहले भी ऑब्वियसली हो गई, बट वो रेवोल्यूशन जो आने लगा वो दैट वाज दिस 1-2 साल.
I think it was a long time coming. And
Yeah.
yeah, and on it, and now you see Fiddlecraft, making it big, and his, the song that they have, usme, Family Man Made got featured, and
Yeah.
these sync and licensing opportunities, I mean, they're amazing. ये सब हो रहा है आजकल, and you feel
Exclusivity वजह
hopeful.
से भी. Yeah.
Yeah, radio stations are now putting your songs on route. One of the radio stations contacted me, and they want to put my song on their what do you call that, rotation. And
Yeah.
I think it's amazing that people are actually coming up and asking for indie artists.
Yeah.
Netflix and Amazon Prime, and I think
Yeah.
amazing.
I think so. I'm sure you guys are aware that Indian pop has had a very good history since the 90s. The Indian pop culture, when it was not about when it was mostly about MTV or Channel V or all these channels, and Indian pop and indie scene was always on the rocks at that point. We had artists like Lucky Ali, Alisha Chinoy. There were very Aryans, KK. A lot of them were there, and that was a really good phase for the Indian pop culture, Indian indie music. In fact, I think somewhere we lost it because of the Bollywood culture, like how Bollywood took up the music culture.
Yeah.
And I think in the recent 5 to 6 years, I think it has started to take the pace back with artists like the Local Train, Pratik Kuhad, then people like Parvaz, who
When
started
Chime
from
and
Bangalore,
Toast.
and they've been when Chime met Toast, very important. And there are so many of them, like you just can't stop naming. There's so many of them, and I think it's been the last 5 to 6 years. People are really fed up of Bollywood. Like I'm sure everyone is. Even
Yeah.
it's terrible. Like it's terrible. Not to complain about a few people who are still struggling in Bollywood, like Shankar Ehsaan Roy. They've been like the OGs in Bollywood. Even now, they've been doing really well, but unfortunately, the kind of production Bollywood is focusing on, it's more about remakes and more about the Punjabi. What I feel, I don't know if others might have another opinion, but I feel they're just shifting focus. They've already shifted focus to remakes and Punjabi music, promoting it more. Like Suhasini said, OTT platforms are really taking up this opportunity, and they're actually promoting artists. The Family Man, Swaratma made it to Family Man. Parvaz had made to one show, I think, I forgot the name. It was on Netflix. And even there's this band, I forgot the name, they're from Pune. They recently made it to Hostel Days on Amazon Prime.
Oh wow!
So there are a lot of artists who are coming up now, and they have revolutionized. And yeah, I think that's a good phase and it's a good thing. I hope this continues and it even grows more, and people like us also get called by these OTTs at least. Yeah.
It's that journey from hey, please listen to my song, just try if you can put it there, to like Suhasini said, them coming to you and like, can we use your song because we're trying to focus on Hindi.
Yeah.
That would never happen 2 saal pehle. Hindi, who gives a fuck?
It's
Even Swaratma, for that matter, like our band has known Swaratma personally for a long time. Our producer, in fact, he is from Swaratma. He's one of the guitarists for Swaratma, and we have known the band since our college days. So we have seen that band literally, just playing at Bangalore, and they've been trying their luck all over the place, but they didn't get the recognition. And their journey, we have seen like the last 5 years of their journey, and we have been to their studio, so we have heard a lot of stories about the band from Varun, who's the producer, and coming to this stage where now they have gotten platform at Amazon. I think that really counts. That really is special.
I want to add up points from Sanjit and Arham, and just want to ask कि जैसे संजीत ने बोला कि पंजाबी songs and Bollywood is shifting towards the focus to something else. I would really like to know कि do you people think that the nonsense music that is now created, the remakes that is created again and again, आजकल indie artists have that tone, have that meaning that people actually want to have in songs? like कुछ भी उल्टा पुल्टा नहीं होके, it's purely a single line that connects. Indie artists have had that, you know, एक तो काफी अलग फीलिंग होता है इंडी आर्टिस्ट का, क्योंकि एक गिटार के साथ ही, एक यूकुलेले के साथ ही the song changes. It's like something else altogether. And it's something else for people nowadays. Do you think it's because Bollywood is shifting to something else, and so indie artists को भी यहाँ पे काफी boost मिल रहा है, because people love romantic songs, people love breakup songs, people love sad songs, motivational songs, whatever it is, but उनको ये indie side से मिल रहा है. Do you think that is also one case?
Yeah, I mean, see, there are a lot of people in this world, man. Matlab, Bollywood, we don't like the things they do, but they still have like 1,000 lakhs crores of listeners who love that shit. And similarly, there are people, and there are so many people that, you know, indie के लिए भी एक अपना audience है. And now the thing is, जो like people like us, जिनको अब ये Bollywood वाला side पसंद नहीं आ रहा है, they have somewhere to go to, you know, वो indie वाला scene है. So that's the reason, I think, one of the reasons.
As we have talked about so many different things right now, and it can be a bit harsh as well. The journey can be harsh to you. That journey can actually break you down and make you stop and just go for that business or whatever is there, the alternative of not being a musician. Do you think that, you know, this how the itna harsh hone ke baad bhi, is it all worth it? Like, do you think it's worth it at the end? Do you want to say this to, like, I want to have this answer for all the listeners and people who actually want to get into the music industry and want to be a musician and be an artist. I really want your answers for them. So what would you say for them?
We haven't reached the end yet.
Exactly. Fingers are crossed.
No, it's we don't know if it's worth it. We're doing it because we love it, because it's music, because it means everything to us. It means everything to me. I
mean,
love
for
making songs.
Yeah.
In terms of the journey, it's worth it, man. I'm having a lot of fun coming up with ideas.
Yeah, exactly. Going to recording studios, jamming with people, making your own songs, waking up in the middle of the night and thinking, oh my god, this tune is so crazy, and recording it after and after and after on your phone. I love it. I love being a singer-songwriter. I love it. There was nothing else I would do.
So, I think what both of them said is basically the thing. We're not at the end right now, so we don't know where the journey would lead. But for me, I personally really feel great when I'm on stage and when I have people to sing for. And at the end of the day, whatever difficulties we go through, once, if the people out there who are listening to you, they enjoy it, even if like a single compliment comes from them, I think that makes you satisfied. That's good enough for the day. You can think about the next day, but yeah, for that night, I think that's more than enough for me.
So yesterday what happened was Ayushmann Khurrana shared one of my reels. Okay, and when he did that, I saw people coming. I make these reels, and I use the melodies of mainstream songs and amazing pop songs. And I put my own lyrics into them regarding certain issues and everything. So he shared one of the reels in which I was telling people that it's not so hard to basically if somebody has like a different pronoun to their gender, their non-gender, basically non-binary pronouns are not that hard to learn. And if somebody does not want to be called she or him, then we have to respect that, and we have to learn, that they want to be called them or they or something like that. So it's not that hard to learn. And he shared it. And what happened was that people who saw it and who came to my profile checked out my music, and then they were reaching out to me. Suhasini, I love Run to You. Suhasini, I love to Go. Wow, the video is so nice. And so just things like that. It's amazing.
Yeah.
Where
we have nights like that. I think we have days like that when we get surprises like that, and I think that's more than enough, man, for that night at least. You can raise a glass and be like, yeah, that's
I was
milestone.
like, okay, let's have a fucking pizza party.
We're doing all right. We need those moments.
Yeah, we're on the
we're
right.
doing all right. We'll get through.
It's really amazing how your work can actually reach out to certain different levels, and you don't even know how it reaches out to people. And achanak say it's just like a boost, and you get that confidence again ki haan, what you're doing is actually right. You know, when I tried starting, I tried to make reels at first. जब स्टार्ट किया था तो काफी अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट था, काफी नॉर्मल, लाइक इट वाज नॉट नॉर्मल फॉर मी. But अचानक से when I started to post different reels for different topics and everything, I used to see We Are Yuva or We the Young actually share something like that in the same genre, something that way, and मेरा I used to get that boost कि हाँ अभी मैंने ये post किया, they are also posting the same thing. Okay, I'm in the right direction. So I can actually feel what Suhasini would have felt there, because अगर आपका वर्क इतना अच्छा नहीं है तो शायद लोग शेयर नहीं करते, उनके पास ही वहाँ पहुँचता नहीं. एंड समवेयर यू गेट दैट बूस्ट कि yes, this is the right direction, people are appreciating, I'm doing right, and I love it when this is happening, and it's a different motivation altogether.
No, but Samarth, I want to say something. I want to say it's not true कि जो तूने कहा ना कि कभी-कभी अच्छा नहीं होता तो लोग शेयर नहीं करते.
I was
It's
also
not
gonna
true.
say.
There are
It's like-
amazing bands, amazing
problem
musicians,
is-
amazing content creators who are not able to reach for
Yeah.
some or the other reason.
The problem is reaching. मतलब तुम 10 content अच्छा बनाओ and like they're all very very good, but you need that one. वो कभी ऐसा होता है कि आयुष्मान खुराना देख लिया या वो पहुंचना ही मुश्किल है. वही
It's
तो
difficult.
that's
It
the
really
task.
Okay.
So if you so this is for the indie artists and the musicians and the content creators that are listening. If your content is not reaching there, but you know it's good enough, keep on doing it.
Yes.
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it is good enough. If you know it's
Yeah,
good
it
enough.
is good enough.
Yeah. You will get there.
Hmm.
Thanks for saying that. Okay. I'll move to the next question then. So when it comes to pandemic, I really want to talk about pandemic and mental health. As a mental health advocate, I have been trying to understand mental health in different perspectives. Talking to people, going for therapy myself, talking to different, even artists, even people who I have actually talked to through my podcast, even people whom I have worked with. कुछ भी हो, कोई भी प्रोजेक्ट हो, कोई भी काम हो, I have always talked about mental health so that at least वो conversation start हो. So this is something that I have put in all of my episodes and I really want to talk about here as well. So I would really like to know, when I say pandemic and mental health, what comes in your mind? What do you think? उस समय आपके माथा में क्या ऐसा चल रहा होता है when you hear pandemic and mental health? Anyone?
But right now, the thing that came to my mind is this post that I saw थोड़ी देर पहले, which said कि people need to hear this. कि last 1.5 years there has been so much, like with regards to your mental health, financial, कुछ हर aspect में. So it's okay if you're feeling a little low, if you're not the best version of you. We think कि why are we not there? Yeah, why are we not what I want to be? But like we forget, and we don't forget, but we don't realize how big this thing is, man. How huge this thing was, and it's still going on. We tend to just miss it, and we're like, ठीक है एक चीज हो गया, but where are we? But वो एक चीज नहीं है ना. It's a big deal. So that's one thing.
Right. What as it comes to me, definitely जो ये phase है, it's not been easy for anyone. Like not just for the artist, like anyone for that matter. So everyone is trying to evolve and grow out of it. And I think as far as our band is considered, we are on a break as of now because of situational problems, logistical problems that we can't get over with. And I personally, I haven't been very active with my music right now. Like I haven't really recorded a thing or two in some time. So I somewhere thought that this is kind of a blockade for me, or I'm just not feeling that great or motivated about doing it. So I decided to take a break from that to try to work on my skills rather. That's when I took up my guitar classes, and I'm trying to improve on that, and also try to explore the songwriting process, because I usually don't write the songs in the band. I usually just focus on the vocals and the music part. So songwriting is not something that I do. So I really want to take that up as well. And yeah, I think there has been mental effect of this pandemic on us. I'm sure for both of you as well, and even Samad. Uh, I think we'll just grow through it. It's just a phase. Let's stick together, and we can just hope for the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been pretty vocal about this. I've told this to my band members as well. I've directly told them that, hey guys, I think I need to take a break because I haven't been feeling that well, and it's nothing like it's very serious. It's just getting into my head, but it's just that you need a break sometimes. Sometimes you just can't be on the social media trying to push stuff. And if it's not I have a simple philosophy. If it's not coming out from within, I don't think I need to do it. If it doesn't come out from within, I don't think so I have to push myself. I think it has to come out naturally.
What I mean is, don't like. I just want that people start accepting that they are anxious, that their mental health is affected, because people are like, why am I feeling this way? But man, people are dying, and it's so scary.
Exactly. So the second wave, it was like a really bad one for my friends and their families. Okay, a lot of my friends lost their relatives or their very close members of their family or their friends. And I remember in the midst of all this, there's this one friend of mine, and I love him to death. Okay, and he tells me, and we talk, and I just ask how he is and everything, and he tells me that he lost his grandmom and his father in the same week due to this. And I just, what do you say to that? What do you say to someone who lost half his family? You can't say anything, and I can't make it better for him. So I did what I do best. I wrote a song about it, and I didn't try to console anyone in that song. I didn't try to console myself. I wrote it like a diary entry. I wrote it as someone who lost his who's lost his loved one would. Exactly everything, because we don't, as artists, it's not our responsibility to make others feel better. It's our responsibility to make others feel. So that song is releasing in August now, because I thought it was high time that I should post this, because it's okay to not feel good about it. It's okay to not feel better. You experience this emotion, go through that fear. It's very easy for me to say, but it was very hard to write. Imagining what it would have been for him, for all those people who've lost their loved ones. We got to do our part, and we got to write what we feel, not what others expect us to feel, or not what others expect us to do or make.
I don't know, like as you said, we actually don't know what to do at this moment when somebody loses someone, because it's disheartening. It's too much to take in, and as pandemic was something that changed everyone's life in something like in some different way altogether, and किसी की कोई भी similarity कोई नहीं निकाल सकता when it comes to life changing due to the pandemic. But really, it's, I don't know what to say, because as Arham said, we need to feel, and as Suhasini said it out loud, ki, you people creating songs is something to make us feel. Like कुछ भी है उस चीज को feel करो. It's not because you have to feel better or you have to cry or do anything, but जो भी चीज अंदर है उस चीज को आप feel करो. That is more important. I'm really sorry that I really don't know what to say here, Suhasini. But I'm so sorry that that happened and you had to go through that, and as your friend as well. So sorry for that.
I was so talking about like a different perspective on this pandemic and mental health. For me personally, I have what I went through was when the first lockdown happened and everything started happening. We had to stay in one place. I couldn't travel. And bro, ever since like I mean I've always loved traveling, but ever since college, mid college के time से traveling was something that I actually like needed it. It almost seems like ठीक है ना घर पे ही तो रहना है, but that was one of my coping mechanisms. I had to travel, I had to get out of place, and I had to chill. I had to go out and have fun with friends. तभी I used to feel better. एक ही place में I couldn't survive, and I still, that was so hard for me when 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 महीना तक कैसे एक ही जगह रहना है and I can't go out. So just the thought of it, not even वो अभी तक आया भी नहीं है, because वो just the thought of it कि I will not be able to travel, it used to like just get to me, and it just कि now you'll have to stay here. वो मेरे दिमाग में बजते रहता था कि अब तुम कहीं जा नहीं पाएगा तो सोच लो क्या करना है, अब कैसे करेगा ये वो, and that used to eat me up, man. It used to eat me up. And but obviously there were other things that helped me, talking with friends, yeah, jo bhi, my music obviously. So I got through it, but when the process was very tough initial, especially. So mind fuck. But, yeah.
Okay, I'll move to the next question. I'm not like, I went out of zone. I'm so sorry for that, but it's too much to take in, because pandemic has been life changing for me as well. I lost my job. I started this podcast. I started talking about mental health. What the fuck? Like the first time I had this thing in my head, I called up Arham and I was like, यार podcast में कैसे क्या कर सकता है? Do you have any friend that I can reach to? कैसे करना है? क्या करना है? And it's like ऐसे ऐसे है. If you need any help, let me know. And I was like, I just need to do this. I need to talk about things. I need to start talking at least. And somewhere I think that's where I found out that this is something that I'm passionate about, and this is something that I really want to do. Even right now, when I get some kind of job that I can get like from my CV जो भी, and मुझे कोई internship करना है जो भी, but I don't want to do it because it's not related to something that I'm trying to do. तो हमको मन ही नहीं करता है कुछ करने का, and it's overwhelming. ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा क्या बोलेगा, like it's so overwhelming to think about what has been in the last 1 year. It's too much to take in अगर एक बार में सब कुछ सोचे तो. And as it's like I never thought कि I will be having this conversation with people about pandemic, about their experiences, about their journey, but I'm here and I'm grateful for that. But there are a lot of people who have lost their lives, who don't know what to do after that. After the pandemic, after losing their jobs, पढ़ाई नहीं हो पा रही है किसी से किसी. People are not able to give their exams. God damn it! After like 12th का exam के लिए ready होता है, and it's like कि हाँ वापस से lockdown. They can't give the exams. So it's too much to take in. So I'll just go.
Everyone went to something.
Yeah, that's what. Everyone went to something and which is not similar to anything. कोई भी किसी से compare कर ही नहीं सकता. And the biggest thing that we do is कि वो अपना like somebody has lost their parents, तुम तो एटलीस्ट घर पे है, खाना मिल रहा है, तुम्हारा माँ बाप है, तुमको क्या टेंशन है? But no, that person is also going through something. सबके लिए
everyone is going through something.
Yes, absolutely, and people need to understand that. So I'll just dive into the next question because it's getting overwhelming again here. If it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah. So my next question is कि there are a lot of questions when it comes to music. आप जो भी म्यूजिक बनाते हो, आप जो भी चीज करते हो, तो what has been the weirdest question that you have had from anyone on the top of your mind? Anything जो भी आपके माथा में आता है, कोई भी ऐसा weird question जो आपसे पूछा है?
So many, man. Weird. सारे questions weird ही लगते हैं मेरे को. Exposure के लिए काम करना, या how can you even think? Exposure के लिए गाना ठीक है, not ठीक है. You pay us.
Elaborate that.
Instagram pages with 20 fucking followers come and say कि हम exposure देंगे तुमको.
हाँ वो.
Yeah, that's the biggest beef.
Exposure.
They are the biggest beef.
Yeah, mind beef कर देता है.
Mind beef हो जाए.
Beef होते हैं यार. Weirdest question. Everything would I think everything they ask us is weird. Like when you're in Indie, everything they'll ask you is weird. it won't make sense. It won't make sense. It could be about how you record your songs, how you write your songs, and people have weird expressions or weird theories about how you do your music.
When it comes to me, people have been really supportive. I mean, they ask me कि तुम melody पहले लिखते हो या lyrics पहले लिखते हो. They're good questions. And why did you write Run to You? What inspired you to write Run to You? Or what inspired you to write Starting a Fire? And I feel really good. So I haven't gotten any weird questions as such. Mostly the exposure ones. But other than that, the ones who listen to my music have been so sweet.
There are good questions, obviously. मजा आता है.
Like कहाँ मिलते हैं ऐसे लोग? Please भेजो हमारे पास.
It's nice कि मेरा ये question कहीं और चले गया and we are ending it कि हाँ, you get good. क्योंकि हाँ, what's your inspiration is something that people ask you when it comes to any music release. And that is very nice to also say कि हाँ मेरा inspiration तुमको सुनना है. अच्छा से अंदर से feeling आता है कि you got कि हाँ वो song क्या था. एक तरीका से वो feeling आता है. And getting that perspective from people, it's always good. अच्छा लगता है, काफी अच्छा लगता है सुन के. So I totally get it. Not exactly get it, but हाँ समझ में आता है कि कितना अच्छा लगता होगा कि आप लोगों को वैसा question सुन के. So after asking you guys, you people about the various question and ending up with a very good thing that questions that you people have been asked are something about your inspiration, how you come up with the music, your lyrics, whatever it is. I would really like to know one kind of advice that you would like to give to people, fellow musicians who are just starting out, want to start out, or are somewhere stuck in between where they are very low about something and they really need that inspiration. So what would you advise them? Any one advice that you guys would
Put that lowness into a fucking song and make a hit out of it.
Excuse me, where's the beep?
Derive inspiration from everything. If you're emotionally low, if you're angry, I do that. When I'm angry at something, when I'm unexpectedly angry at something, I'm actually happy inside that, oh, I'm gonna write a song about this later. I'm gonna Taylor Swift this. And I love that. I love doing that.
Of course, it's not gonna be easy, but it's gonna be wonderful, man. Like, all the struggles, all the things that you'll have to go through, it'll be your own. It'll not be common ki everyone goes through the same shit, but everyone goes through shit. And I mean, we're all here for you. The best part about indie scene is that everyone's there for you, man. No one's like, "Ye kyun kar rahi hai?"
Exactly.
And like, generally, like, you can't even like fake it. मतलब वो है, वो प्यार है. Like Suhasini, yes, I was like, yes, Ayushman Khurrana share किया, yes, you deserve it, man. Everyone deserves it. Everyone who's trying so hard, because they might not be going through the same thing that I am, but they are going through things, and I'm so glad. So happy कि मतलब what I'm doing, they're doing, and I want everyone to grow, man, and we're always gonna be there for you. So
Yeah, this is a whole community. We're going through the same
true.
shit.
Yeah.
Reach out anytime.
I have one advice for musicians. Always have a friend like Samad who brings you up on a podcast and talks about the indie scene.
Thank you so much.
That's
Yes, thank you for that, Samad.
yeah, but honestly, I think Arham has already put it out well. Just keep doing it. Like, don't stop. Eventually, you'll get there. Just keep trying. There's nothing much you can advise to musicians. Like, everyone has their own taste. Everyone has their tone or writing skills or the way they put it out to people. So I think there's nothing much you can say. We'll just say that keep the hustle up, and yeah.
But
Yeah,
keep
and
learning.
don't make songs thinking that if I do this, then people would like it, or if I do this, then it's gonna be famous. Make your own songs. Nobody who followed anybody, who followed anybody's melody or anybody's way of singing got famous. Honestly, you do.
I think that's something a lot of people actually confuse with. So they confuse inspiration with who they actually try to become. So inspiration is something you're inspired by someone. You take up the kind of genre, or you kind of try to match their tone.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean that you become that person. You start impersonating them anywhere, like even when you're singing or doing your music, or even like when you're performing live. So that's something I think people usually mix up a lot, and that's something they need to understand. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, and speaking in terms of technicality and about growing, I think one thing I've learned is you have to be open to learning about things and adapting to certain things. You can't always be like going on DMs and sir, please share this on your stories. Sir, you come to me with a good pitch. You talk to me. You have to learn those things, man. You have to learn how to send an email. You can't always be like, I'll do my thing, I'll keep doing my thing and expect to grow. You obviously
listen to my song.
You put it on your story.
Yeah, and they send it to labels. I was attending this Spotify conference, and Ayushmann Sinha was there, and he was saying that I get messages like, yo, I wrote this dope ass thing, and listen to it, and one line and one link, and you're like, do not send me that stuff, please. Put it in an email. Tell me about yourself. Tell me about the song, and what you put into it, and your previous releases. Send me your Instagram link. Send me your SoundCloud link.
Yeah, be open to learning about the right way to do things.
Yeah.
You have to.
I think these things should be put out in your album cover, so that people just stop asking you that thing.
Oh shit!
Put out everything on your album
there should
cover.
be an album called "We Don't Do It for the Exposure."
That's great. Thank you for the beautiful advices. And I actually relate to what Arham says, because एक तरीका होता है कुछ करने का, and you need to have that open mind where you're ready to learn. You can't be stubborn about something कि हाँ अगर मुझे ऐसे ही रील बनाना आता तो मैं ऐसे ही बनाऊंगा. You should be open to actually check whether you can make that. चाहे you have to dance a little or do something else altogether, but शायद वो वर्क कर जाए, शायद वो आपको हेल्प करे ग्रो करने में. ट्राई इट. इफ इट डजंट वर्क आउट, डोंट डू इट अगेन, बट ट्राई दैट फॉर once.
Try something new.
Yeah, always, and be open to learn. That's more important than anything. So great advice, guys. I would really like to know how we can support you. So one by
Suhasini's face lit up.
Suhasini. Okay.
Well, if you want to listen. If you want to share. Don't hesitate in telling me if you like my music. Don't hesitate in telling me if you got inspired from it. I love that. So if you want to support my music, just listen to it because you wanna.
Okay, I'll add something here. I got inspired from one of your reels. I made that reel. उसके बाद मैंने आपका सारा गाना सुना है. I'm a big fan.
Which one?
I sent you the वो वाला ना schools. I want schools to make. I forgot the band name.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
And उसके बाद I was like, ठीक है, I want this person in my podcast. I asked Arham, so he was like, I know her, get her. I was like, yeah, okay, done. And as you said, if you like my songs, I reached out and you replied. वरना लोग का mentality ये रहता है कि people won't reply, but people do reply. Arham has replied to so many people. Suhasini has replied to me, who she didn't know, but I loved her music. I loved her content. That's why she replied to me as well when I made. I appreciated
replied because
it.
I love your reels, the way you put things.
Thank you so much. But
there's so much love right now. There's so much love.
Now Samarth makes beautiful content, yeah.
Thank you.
Important content.
Trying my level best.
So do you.
Things that matter.
Coming back to what I was saying, to be honest, trust me, people, like everybody who's listening, reach out to these people when they create something and you really love it. Because ठीक है वो लोग एक दिन नहीं पढ़ेंगे, 2 दिन नहीं पढ़ेंगे, 3 दिन नहीं पढ़ेंगे, लेकिन किसी दिन अगर उनका दिमाग like it's they're very low and they go and check that thing out, that will lit like उनका face पूरा lit up हो जाएगा.
Compliment करोगे तो हम तो पढ़ेंगे ही. I am telling, if you want to help us, bro, कभी जाके randomly DM कर दो. Not just me, किसी भी artist को just go and DM and just tell them that you like their stuff, that you particularly like this track, yeah, you resonated with it, bro. इट लाइक पूरा हफ्ता बना देगा. लाइक अगर एक हफ्ते से मैं डिप्रेस्ड हूँ, एक 3 लाइन का एक अगर ऐसा ब्यूटीफुल सा मैसेज आ गया तो आई विल फील सो गुड. एंड वो होता है. सो आई मीन दैट्स वन ऑफ द बेस्ट थिंग्स. I mean, obviously, aside from supporting artists, listening to the things that they create, or not just listening. मतलब what any artist कोई paint करता है या dance करता है, you just at least give them a chance. Watch their reels, watch their videos, just listen to their songs. Just support them जितना तुम कर सकते हो because they are trying hard. इतना तो तुम कर ही सकते हो. उसके बाद it's okay if you don't like it, if you don't relate to it and you don't want to share it, ठीक है, but at least be open to being there for them and supporting them.
मेरा तो 1 साल बन जाएगा अगर ऐसा डीएम आ जाए.
आएगा.
बट
आएगा.
मैं करती हूँ तेरे को डीएम.
so much.
मेरे को भी.
मैं भेज रहा हूँ, आरहम को भेज रहा हूँ, मैं सबको भेज रहा हूँ. बहुत सारा प्यार. I think इसका what can I say? Yeah, जैसे ऐसा बोले कि just go and text them even once and just let them know how you feel about them. Again, indie जो है, it's a very subjective genre, because not a lot of people get the taste of it. We all know Pratik Kohut now. I'm sure most of us know him for a long time, but a lot of people have started to know him. I think after Cold Mess, after Cold Mess.
Yeah, after he got into Obama's playlist.
Exactly, after he got into Obama's playlist, and that's when people started going haywire about him. But for someone who's been following indie or someone who's actually heard him for his music, they would realize that this guy has been there in the scene for, I think he started at 2012 or 13 or even before that, I'm not sure. And he has gone to various places and he has come to Northeast, he had played a lot of times, and he has went under notice like hell. So the first time I heard him was back in college. That was my first year, and the first song that I heard was Ye Pal, and I used to loop that song like a madman, and I had a huge boy crush on this guy. So yeah, I never realized these things are coming up, and for me, because I was into the indie scene, I knew that there's some person like this, but it took me a long time to convince my friends that there's this guy who's really good, and I think you guys should give it a taste, give it a try. And it was only after Cold Mess that people started following him and like really appreciating his work. So it is a very subjective kind of a thing, but
I think word of mouth really helps. I mean, if you like someone, if you like someone, like there is this song Ruh by Lupa Lupa.
Oh man, it's my favorite song, dude.
Exactly. So I heard it and I was like, and I was playing it all throughout my trip to Uttarakhand. And just because I wanted to, not because he forced me to. I listened to it, I loved it, and now it's on my mind all the time. So it's looped.
I love that song.
Okay.
So it happens. Word of mouth is really important. So if you like our songs, if you like someone's songs, tell them to your friends.
Yeah,
भाई सुन इसका गाना यार, क्या मस्त है ऐसा.
Why? Do what you can.
I have done this with Arham का काफी सारे songs, that's for sure. But like जितने भी नए लोग से कैलकाटा में मिलता हूँ, and there is like कि हाँ घर पे बैठा है. If I am drunk, if I am actually sitting and talking to people and we have a vibe and indie गाना कोई भी बजा रहा था, I was like wait, I am just going to make you listen to this artist. ये गाना सुनो. Like people actually got your Red Wine song a lot of times. उन्होंने actually connect किया है. And like बाकी के सारे songs सुनाता हूँ. It's like his Kabutar song is not out right now, but I go to Instagram, open it, नीचे जाके I open up the whole IGTV and make people listen on speaker. ये गाना तो सुनो, कोई और सुनो नहीं सुनो, ये गाना तो सुन लो.
भाई ये अपने आप दिल से आता है.
When are you doing that for us?
ये अपने आप दिल से आता है. ये कुछ नहीं फोर्स कर नहीं सकता कोई.
आता है, but if you allow it to आने, if you allow it आने तो आता है.
So the last question that I really want to ask, I have been asking to everyone who have come to my podcast episodes, and this is about their journey. Basically, I really want to know what kind of differences do you see in yourself when you compare the person that you are today and the person when you started as a musician. What kind of differences do you see in yourself?
Definitely more confidence. More confidence in who I am as an artist. More confidence in what I make. I'm not gonna change it for anyone.
Bro, I mean, when I think about it, I was not even like, I didn't know anything about anything. Like, I just liked writing, I just liked singing. But as you keep doing stuff, as you keep, you know, uh, learning about things, about how to make music, how to really put things out, how to, you I mean, I've learned so much, and exactly, I mean, it's in the same lines as what Suhasini said. You become so confident, you can, you're at a point ki, you know, the guy who started, the me who started, now I could actually like, एक पूरा session लेके I could tell him, उतना you learned. So I mean, and I mean, बहुत सारी चीजें यार, there's so many experiences, like that's one of the biggest things कि, like when you started out and now, it's like full of experiences. It's like हर type के experience, happy, sad, एकदम depressed, एकदम crying से लेके एकदम emotional वाला crying तक. It's all there, so it's like amazing. It's so much. I don't know how to put that in words, like in a particular feeling, how I've changed, but something incredible.
As a 10-year-old Sanjit who thought, music is cool because you can carry your instruments to school and be the coolest guy in school. To some to
Sanjit
a
got the girls.
No, dude, I don't. To a 24-year-old Sanjit who has been out playing on the stage, and who is also recorded, being a part of production. I think it has given me a lot of confidence, a lot of knowledge about the thing we are doing. I've met a lot of new people. When I was in Bangalore, I met a lot of new people, new musicians. I've understood how they do things and how they create this art form. Yeah, I think it's a journey you just can't put into place, and we still have a long way to go. We're just not even close enough there. So yeah, I think it has been a good journey. I've learned a lot, and definitely more confident.
There's so much to learn from you people, man. It's like, you guys are humble. You guys know what you are like. It's amazing. It's amazing, like how you put your songs out. That's one thing where we can learn a lot of things there as well. क्योंकि जैसे हमने बात किया कि as an independent artist, you have to do everything by yourself. There are a lot of things that you don't know about, and you start learning about them in the process, and that's amazing. And I believe the way you have put out, जैसे भी आप लोग ने अभी बोला है कि आप लोग ने क्या चीज़ सीखा है, क्या चीज़, like Suhasini was direct to the point, ज़्यादा घुमाया नहीं, ज़्यादा कुछ बोला नहीं, but yeah, she was direct to the point. But as a whole, आप लोग तीनों के answers to every question, to everything that I have asked and everything we have discussed has been enlightening for me, has been very inspirational as well, because काफी effort डलता है. And here are 3 different stories, man. Out of the blue, 3 different stories in one episode, and I get to learn so much altogether. So I believe a lot of people will learn as well. So thank you so much for doing this episode with me. Suhasini, thank you for creating those reels, and I got to know you from that particular reel. And I'm so happy that I could actually reach out to you and do this episode with you. Arham, hats off from Gulabi Hake till today. The way I have seen you change, the way I have had trips with you, man. I have been to places with you. I have done shit with you. I have enjoyed a lot with you, and it has never been a dull moment for me to look at you the way you have grown. So hats off to that as well. Sanjit, it has not been that long that I have known you, but jitna bhi jana hai, it has been a very good journey for me as well. So thank you so much to everyone for doing this episode, and thanks a lot.
More power to you.
More power to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much everyone for listening to this episode. If you like my content and still haven't subscribed to my channel, you can do it now and help me grow. And if you like the episode today, please like, share and comment as well. And I have shared a few links down on the description below. Please give a follow. Also, my podcast is available on various other platforms. The link to them are on the description below. Thank you so much everyone. Next episode next Saturday.